Traders, I am excited to share my top ideas for the upcoming week. I'm going to be outlining my thought process, entry and exit plans for my top ideas. And I believe that they could all make significant directional moves this week. So stick around while I outline each one. Let's jump straight into it. The first idea is relative strength momentum, looking for a breakout in Apple. So Apple showed relative strength, and I'm now looking for a momentum breakout in the stock in the upcoming week. Now, last week was obviously a shortened week with some isolated opportunities. Personally, I did very well by doing less and managing my expectations, among other things. And that, for me, set up a nice, clean, all green, stress-free week. Now, interestingly, the market obviously is shaping up for potential follow-through in the upcoming week. That comes follow-through to the upside after we had some pretty intense selling experienced on Friday. We recovered very nicely and quite dramatically into the close. And as a result, I think now we could experience some pretty swift momentum to the upside. And there were some names that showed relative strength all week, Apple being one of them. And so, against, the market, several other market-leading kind of big tech names, Apple for me stood out with its relative strength, with its bullish formation, which also presents a nice, unique, and favorable risk-reward scenario. So here's my exact plan for Apple. So firstly, where am I wrong? So I'm going to be wrong, if this higher low sort of uptrend in the near term breaks. As we can see, we've had a nice steady walk up over the last several days. And then on Friday, we tried to break down from a failed move higher, potentially can come a nice fast move higher now. And so if we do take out Friday's low, for me, that trade is obviously then no longer warranted. But if Apple does continue to display relative strength across multiple time frames, daily, hourly, all the way down to the 15-minute, I'm going to look to enter long on a higher low. If we get a higher low, for example, 191, 192, then I'm going to be looking to enter long with a stop against Friday's low initially. As we make some significant intraday higher highs, I'm going to be looking to take some profits off, with my first target being a full 1 ATR up move. Alternatively, I'll look to enter long if we can break above this 193 area without having a pullback. We base over 193. I'll look to enter long with a stop against the low of day in that scenario. Target 1 ATR thereafter, and across multiple days, trailing my stop on a 15-minute time frame. And I'm looking to trail my stop, high lows, 15-minute time frame, and scale out of the position on the same time frame as the stock makes significant intraday higher highs. Some additional ideas, starting off with Uber, looking at the daily chart. I like Uber in this, kind of lengthy pullback downtrend. Obviously there is some caution here and something to note. Definitely do not want to be fighting the trend in Uber. Don't want to be trying to catch a falling knife per se. What I'm going to be doing is looking for a break of the previous 3-day range and a hold above last week's high. So that would put the stock just over 65.40s. So I'd definitely like to see it break this downtrend, start basing above last week's range. For me, that would signal that the stock is ready potentially for multi-day bounce. And in that scenario, I'm going to look to go long versus the day's low, looking for a 20-day reclaim and a move towards 68 as a first target. So right around here. With the main move and the target for move would be a move closer towards its 50-day, which should be around 70. Next up is BNAI. This is more of an intraday mover from Friday. Just looking for a day 2 potential play. Caught short off guard. It was a nice liquidity trap, but after the week close on Friday, I'm looking for any pushback into a potential supply zone that's going to be around anywhere from 6 up towards 7 to see if we can get any failure within this potential supply zone and a lower high for a short entry. And on confirmation on that failure, if we get a pushback into that zone, I'll be short versus the day's high or the high of that move, looking for a move back into the low 4s. IBIT continues to consolidate along with its underlying Bitcoin, of course, forming a nice wedge, nice risk reward pattern here. So I'm just going to be monitoring this for a breakout in both volume and price to see if we can get above last week's range, last week's high. And then second to last, we have FFIE, which, I'm going to be continuing to monitor this for any and all pops into 80s, into 90s for a reshort. Done very well on this, but it's still not done. It's still far above where the move started from. In theory, should be back there in pretty pretty quick time. So I'm going to be having alerts set for any pops to continue to short that on failed follow through to the upside. And then lastly is NVOS. NVOS, this had impressive volume on Friday. Now, if it can reclaim some levels from Friday, if we can reclaim 120s, if it begins to churn, watch out for potential liquidity trap, for follow through, for potential T+2. We could definitely get follow through to the upside. So quite a few names on my list for the upcoming week. Definitely I want to wait for confirmation by way of price confirmation. Look to be reactive, not predictive. But overall, what continues to work for me is being extremely selective. In this summer environment where we're seeing lower volume across the board, and definitely some trickier price action, especially if you're involved in the lesser priced, lower float, smaller cap type stocks. So definitely a good time to have your guardrails up, be selective, be patient, be disciplined, and let me know if there's anything else that I perhaps left out of my list that I should be focusing on for the upcoming week. Let me know what you're focusing on, and drop that in the comments, and I'll see you all next week.
So you're an active trader, not doing as well as you want, not doing as well as you deserve, and you just can't figure out why you can't become profitable no matter how hard you try. Well, let me show you why. This is your competition. The traders in this room. This room right here is full of elite traders, some of whom are making 7 and even 8 figures a year. In fact, our top guys have made nearly 20 million each in net trading profits in a single year. Let's head to my office so I can share more. So you're probably used to seeing videos of lavish trader lifestyles, trading gurus trading off of a laptop for an hour a day, heck, maybe even 15 minutes a day, and then them relaxing on some secluded beach for the rest of the day. Well, all I can tell you is that our traders train like pro athletes. They live and breathe the markets and are continually working on their trading skills. Because at our firm, that's what we found it really takes to make it in this game. I'm Mike Bellafiore, co-founder and managing partner of SMB Capital, one of the world's top proprietary trading firms located in Midtown Manhattan. And we're always looking for trading talent to hire and develop. And not just to trade in-house on our desk, but also to trade from their own home, entirely using our firm's capital. And we have numerous traders doing just that, allowing them to make upwards of 7 figures trading the firm's capital without risking their own money. But to even get a shot at something like that, you need to have the right training. That's why we're doing a new free online presentation in which we share how you can get an interview with SMB to become an in-house or remote trader, trading firm capital without risking yours and gaining access to all of our firm's coaching and resources. And the best part, you don't have to be a profitable trader yet. In fact, we prefer to mold profitable traders with our methods and our techniques. That's why we have just 3 simple criteria that can earn anyone an interview. We're looking for highly ambitious and determined traders who fit our culture first and foremost. So if you believe that could be you, sign up for the free 1-hour online presentation by clicking the link that's in your top right corner of your screen now.